وأما الجدار فكان لغلامين يتيمين في المدينة وكان تحته كنز لهما وكان أبوهما صالحا فأراد ربك أن يبلغا أشدهما ويستخرجا كنزهما رحمة من ربك وما فعلته عن أمري ذلك تأويل ما لم تستطع عليه صبرا.
You see, in the story over here of Al-Khadr, after he had explained to Musa alayhi salam the wisdom behind his three peculiar actions, whether it's puncturing the boat, or killing the young boy, or building the wall, after he had clarified everything to Musa alayhi salam, he said, ذَلِكَ تَأْوِيلُ مَا لَمْ تَسْطِعْ عَلَيْهِ صَبْرًا. This is the wisdom, this is the interpretation of what you could not have patience. What's interesting, and I want to point out over here, is that in this case, the word تَسْطِعْ is missing a ta after the sin. And it's not how it's usually used in the Quran, including even how Al-Khadr had used it prior to explaining to Musa alayhi salam the wisdom behind his actions. Prior to explaining the wisdom, he said, سَأُنَبِّئُكَ بِتَأْوِيلِ مَا لَمْ تَسْتَطِعْ عَلَيْهِ صَبْرًا. He used تَسْتَطِعْ in its full 5-letter version. So what is the difference? Why in this situation over here, after explaining the wisdom, he had omitted the ta? Well, first of all, we have to remember that when it comes to the Quran, there's no such thing as an insertion or an omission of a word or a letter that is done haphazardly or arbitrarily or out of coincidence. But rather, it is purposely done due to a wisdom that has to do with the context of the verses of the Quran. The wisdom is that it brings a different dimension that clarifies perhaps a specific point or even an emotion. In our case over here, if you look at the context of what's going on, prior to when Al-Khadr had explained to Musa alayhi salam what had happened, one would understand that Musa was in a state of perhaps an emotional distress. He had witnessed 3 things that were peculiar, strange, in fact one could say immoral. He punctured a boat of those who had helped him go to the other side. He killed a small child who's considered innocent for no reason. And then he also built a wall after the villagers refused to host him. And so Musa alayhi salam, to him, this weighed down on his heart. It caused him some perhaps an emotional distress and anxiety that drove him wanting to know, why is this happening? And so the Quran over here, it used the word tastati' in its full 5-lettered version to reflect the emotional state of Musa alayhi salam, of how this weighed on him. However, at the end, when Al-Khadr had clarified to Musa everything, and everything was cleared, and Musa alayhi salam understood the wisdom behind it, and understood the correctness of those actions, he no longer had that distressed feeling. There's no longer anxiety. That feeling of weighing on his heart was no longer there, and so the Quran reflected it in the word tastir' by omitting the ta to the 4-letter version of it, so it became lighter to reflect the emotional state of Musa alayhi salam. This is just a simple example of the many beautiful examples in the Quran that reflect the miraculous eloquence of the Quran. جزاكم الله خير. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Listen guys, Corona or not, we are committed to continuing our quality da'wah, bringing you the services and securing the funds for this masjid and its programs, even if virtually. Make sure you hit the link below and be of those who help carry this masjid even though it's empty.